I know I come off as a nice old man now, but I was a rotten young man, believe me. Nobody dared talk to me about anything about Christianity. I was a liar, cheat, compulsive gambler, and well on the way to being an alcoholic. I've lost 3 houses by gambling. I grew to think I was better than the alcoholics, and people down on their luck and on the street thought I was so much better than them. I thought, I'm not like that. I was probably headed that way in reality, and I grew to hate people. I'll tell you how God handled this. My wife got saved, and she started working on me, doing everything she could, and put things on the refrigerator and prayed for me, done all kind of stuff. But it didn't work. I went to this church 3 different times, never went in, never heard of a single song or anything else. I dropped her off and said, I'll be in a little while. I parked her car. I walked up, and the man asked me to leave. This guy threw me out because I had my cigar with me in my mouth. He asked me quietly, something like, sir, would you mind smoking outside or something? But I just used that excuse to get out. The second time, people were singing in there, and I said, I ain't going in there with a bunch of holy rollers. If you want to go in there, go ahead. I let her off. After going 3 times on a Saturday night, December the 5th, 1981, I asked her, I said, honey, if you want me to, I'll go to church with you tomorrow. I was going to do a favor. So I thought. She just answered back like she didn't care one way or the other. I went back in the living room and sat down in my chair, and I said, I'm not going. And I had no intention to go. Next morning, I was dressed and ready before she was. I was the very first one at the altar. I'm there crying like a baby, a man that never cried. I don't understand what happened to this day. The change took over me. After I got saved in 81, I went to the streets and started ministering to people I used to actually hate. One of them got arrested, and he got a hold of me and wanted me to come down and visit with him. And so I went down a couple of times, and one of the fellows that called me up, he said, well, how about going down to the prison to McAllister with me sometime and give your testimony and share it with these guys? I said, well, I'll have to pray about that. And that was a cop-out. I wasn't intended to pray, and I never did pray about it. But the Lord would not leave me alone. I couldn't get those men off my mind. And it just kept on like that for about 2 weeks. And I called up, I said, Stan, is that offer still open? Oh, yeah. And after going there for a while, in fact, I didn't do any ministering at all except to walk around and talk to the men. I started getting a different picture that how much they needed somebody to care about them, another human hand to touch them, another human to care about them. I have been ministering on death row for 24 years, and the purpose is to share His love and to get the understanding through to them that regardless of what they may have done, God still loves them. And I love them. God has put the love in my heart for that reason. When you really love with God's love, it doesn't matter what you are, who you are. Your love will show through. And that's what it is. It's His love, not mine. When I go into prison, I look at those guys and think of myself. And I think, I could have easily been in there myself. Very easily. And by the grace of God, I'm not. They need and I need each other. And that's the way I see about it.